Good evening, everyone, and it's 7 p.m. on a Monday night, and we're here for the Awesome Money Making Facebook Success webinar. This is Edward Zia, Small Business Marketing Mentor, with Martha Arifin. Say hello to the audience, Martha.
Hello, audience. This is Martha here.
And we have got a treasure trove of great stuff tonight. Now, what we're going to talk about is Facebook and really how to make money out of it. Now, the title is somewhat misleading. You can't actually make money out of Facebook. Generally, you give money to Facebook, but it's the amount of business and relationships you get from it. So great to have you here. Just give me a quick tutorial of the thing. If it's your first time in here, you should be able to send us questions, and it is a live webinar. We're not some vague recording. Are we a recording or are we here, Martha?
We're here live.
We are here live from inner Western Sydney. So you got any questions, please get them through. And our webinar is based on feedback, so welcome. We expect to go for half an hour to 45 minutes. With some great sort of stuff. So a lot of people on the line that we don't know, actually, and this is pretty much us. At the top left is Martha and I. I'm obviously the Persian man, and Martha's the Asian woman. Yep. There's one of my cats that are running around. This is a recent seminar. So pretty much, Martha, what do you do for a living, Martha?
Yeah, well, I help my clients with their online website, social media needs.
Exactly, and I'm a Persian marketing mentor that helps small business owners. I don't know what race has to do with it, but I'm still Persian. Now, really what tonight is a free webinar to give you some powerful insights and really just to give you some base tips on how to get more out of Facebook. Some of it's quite obvious. If you need a hand with anything afterwards, just ask us. We're here. And again, we want to more give you the concepts and the time we have, and feel free to send us questions. Now, as you're listening to this webinar, please keep in mind your business objectives, the way you prefer to market, and really the ideas that work for you. Now, what happens is that we're going to go through tons of different ideas, all these different ideas, and some of them you will like, and some of them you won't like. And again, Martha and I aren't here to preach that you should do this or do that. Our goal is just to tell you the truth as we see it, everything that we see, the good, bad, and the ugly, and it's up to you to decide what to apply to your business. What do you think about that, Martha?
Yeah, that's right. You've got to eventually come up with a strategy, a system that works for you and your audience.
Right, precisely. So again, not preaching. We're just telling you what works and what doesn't in our experience, and please adapt it to suit yourself. Now, we're going to cut through the goods, and we're going to give you the ultimate tools. And, of course, this is all being recorded, so it'll be available for afterwards. Now, like always, when we hit you with tons of content, please don't get overwhelmed. We'll get overwhelmed and panic a little bit and freak out, but then come down and just ask us any questions. So don't worry about a thing. We're here to help you. And, of course, without doing the sell job, do I know my stuff, Martha, or I just make up stuff all the time?
No, yeah, you're very good, Ed.
I love Martha. So there you go. Martha's just great. And the big thing is that I want to suggest, we all make mistakes, and top marketers make small mistakes and have large wins. And the trick is, if you've made heaps of mistakes and stuff things up, don't worry about it. Just forgive yourself and get on with the job. And even better, small business marketing, what is it? Making your business more awesome, helping more people find it, and selling more stuff. And we always say test and measure. Okay, so try little things, get used to it. And as you prove that stuff works for your business and getting you more clients at a higher margin, then do more of it. Now, what I want to do is I want to get through myself pretty quickly, what I have to say, and I want to hand it over to awesome Martha. But just very quickly, I love Martha Arifin. We've worked together for about 2 years now.
Yeah, we're close to 2 years now.
Yeah, 2 years. Now, I'm more of a strategist and mentor sort of character, and Martha is the quiet, eye for detail, successful entrepreneur, and you're a lecturer, aren't you, Martha?
Yeah. I teach at private design college in North Sydney.
There you go. And she has a heart of gold and a complete powerful outlook. Now, without further ado, let's just dive right into the beautiful content. Now, here's the thing. I'm just going to shoot through my bit very quickly, and I really want Martha to sort of steal the show and go into all the detail. Now, here's my thing on Facebook, and this is a general thing. Facebook, schmacebook. Everyone's on Facebook. People even like me put photos of cats on Facebook, and the reality is not many people actually make money out of Facebook. And to be straight up with you, I do really well out of Facebook these days. In fact, I've got a few clients on the line who actually found me through Facebook. And I do great out of Facebook these days, and that I don't actually make money from Facebook, but Facebook gives me that marketing platform to connect with people on a daily basis. So I'm in the back of their mind. So when they need a marketing mentor, they're more likely to hire me. Now, the thing with Facebook, I got nothing out of it for about a year and a half. It really did not go well for me. But when I sort of figured out how to post really good content, how to make it compelling, how to do it consistently, and how to grow my page, it just, about 4 months ago, it just took off for me. And Facebook has really revolutionised my business in terms of getting new clients. If anything, I used to rely a lot on face-to-face business networking to get clients. And these days, Facebook seems to be doing it nicely for me. What do you think of all that, Martha?
Yeah, well, the way I see it is Facebook is just another way of doing networking, but because it's online, it is social media, it's 24/7, 7 days a week. So, while you're asleep or you're having holiday, the Facebook strategies you've already put in place is actually working for you instead of doing a one-on-one meeting.
Exactly, and I think the challenge is that, yes, and I'm going to be a bit cynical against Facebook for the moment because, again, Facebook is not for everyone. So please don't think we're working for Facebook and we're saying it's the best thing ever. Facebook doesn't suit everyone. You might be more suited to LinkedIn or Twitter or something like that. So what do you think of the whole LinkedIn versus Facebook discussion, Martha?
Yeah, it's totally depend on what you're trying to do, what your goals is and your target audiences. LinkedIn, Facebook, and also there's a personal side of Facebook versus the business side of Facebook. But there's also Pinterest, Instagram, younger audience, where younger audience seem to be hanging around, among other things.
Exactly. But again, going back to Facebook, it took me a while to master it. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do that makes my Facebook work personally for me. Now, here is my Facebook page. It has grown a little bit then, but at the time I took the screenshot, my Facebook page had 2,293 likes and 184 talking about it. Now, if you spend some time on my Facebook page, you can get a feel for the content that I'm doing. Now, what I do is I do about $10 to $20 a day of paid like building. So I do about $500 a month on my Facebook budget. And I'm very specific. I'm using it just to advertise for likes for people to follow my page. Now, if you don't know what a like is for your business page, it basically means the number of subscribers, the amount of people that are following it. So right now I've got in here, now it's crossed 2,300. I've got 2,300 people subscribed to my Facebook page, which is a pretty reasonable size. Martha's is bigger, which I'm really jealous about. But there you go. She's smarter than me.
Yeah, learn from the best.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Unfortunately, the best wasn't me. Anyway, that's my Facebook page. Now, really what matters is it says 184 talking about this. You can sort of see that under my name there. What it means is in the last 7 days, right? Pretty sure it's 7 days. It's a rolling average. 184 people have been talking about my page. Now, really what it is that Facebook, it's basically, a like is meaningless in itself. But by putting content out there all the time, I get to connect with the audience. Now, there are a different range of posts that you can do, and I'm just sort of going through some of the posts that I have. I'm not talking my Facebook personal page. This is just purely business page. We can talk about Facebook personal pages another time. But I'm just going to go through some of the posts that I do. Now, this post here is just a photo I took of everyone, including Martha, at a For Networking event. And you'll notice that I just put it up. 197 people have seen that photo. So it's amazing. Straight from my mobile, putting a photo up, 197 people have seen it. If you think about that for a second, that's 197 people that have seen an image of mine. Really, and it took no time to take the photo, and it took, what, a minute to post it.
Yeah, yeah.
So think about that for a second. For a minute of work, or let's say 5 minutes of work, 197 people have been exposed to my brand.
Yeah, I noticed that you're using one of the most powerful tagging method in Facebook. So you tag people on your post, which means that their friends will be able to see that. So it will go to, for example, on its page here, post here, my friends will be able to see this one as well as some of the other people tagged on it as well.
Exactly. So it can be simple as, it can be as light as just posting photos of people and yourself and your clients to stay engaged. Now, sort of going to more the pointy end of this, here are a few other posts that I've done. On the left-hand side is actually a video I took. So I recorded a video with Richard DeGroot, and I uploaded it directly from my Android, like my Google Samsung Active phone, or Samsung Galaxy phone, straight to Facebook. Now, just to clarify, it's a pretty advanced feature. I'm pretty sure the Apple iPhone, you can't take a video.
Actually, it
does work now?
Yeah, I figured the way I do it.
How do you do it, Martha?
You select it.
Okay, so I'm down wrong. So both on Apple iPhone and Google, you can record a video and upload it straight to Facebook.
Yeah.
And you notice on this one, and you might not be able to see, but the video on the left, it's been shared twice. There's at least 10 people liking it. And it's got 437 views.
Very, very good.
So in other words, I put a video up just getting in people's minds, and 437 views, which is amazing. Now, a lot of people are thinking, okay, that's great. You got videos of yourself, Edward, and photos. That's useless. Great, good. I knew you'd think that, which is why the next post on the right is actually a link to my website. Now, I'm a regular blogger, so I blog every day, and I release a blog the following day. Now, just so you know what blogging is basically writing articles, and it's again, I could do a whole day workshop on just blogging, but just to give you a quick insight, visit my blog, check it out after this. The blog is the Edward Files at my site, excellenceabove.com.au. And what a blog is basically writing articles that are interesting around your area of expertise, so people start following your blog. So about 4 months ago, I used to get 200 visits to my website. I now get over 1,500 a month, all verifiable with Google Analytics. So, and what I've done here is that I'm deliberately writing blogs on my website, and putting blog content on my website helps it get found by Google. But more talking Facebook, which is the point of the webinar, I then put blogs throughout my Facebook. So people who click on my blog through Facebook will be taken to my website. And think of your website as a big shopping mall, a big Westfields if you're in Australia. The goal of a shopping mall is just to get people on site, get people in the building, because when you know people in the building, they're more likely to buy something or make an inquiry. What do you think about that, Martha?
Yeah, that's right. So Facebook is just one of the marketing channels, must I say, among other things. So you can do networking, you can do offline, online marketing. But, you bring them to your mall, which is your website, which is your portal, and then you can do whatever is needed on the website to sell a product or services and keep the communication happening there.
Exactly. So that happens in our blog, but you can put in any link. You can release an online product. You could just make it your homepage. It's anything you want. And the trick is by investing money into making my Facebook page bigger by advertising for likes, it gives me a bigger pool to market to.
Yeah, and it is affordable too for small business owners and entrepreneurs, unlike, putting up billboard along M4 or whatever. And because people are already on social media, and some of them are on social media all the time because they have them on mobile phones nowadays, it's just making it, very simple decision to make.
Precisely. So that is very good. And another post I want to have, this is Martha actually, and these are some specialised offers. Now, you may not be able to see it, and Martha will talk about this a bit later on, but there's a lovely photo of Martha holding tickets to our workshop. And what it is, I use the offer command. So let's say you've got a workshop or an event or something you want to fill. You can create an offer and you give money to Facebook. So it's hard to tell, but from reading it, it's 4,642 people saw this post, and 17 people claimed the offer. Now that's amazing, and I ended up getting about 30 sign-ups to our workshop, our Awesome Business Bootcamp, which is coming soon. That's our small business marketing, sales and marketing webinar. And I spent about, I think from memory, this is a $65 post. I spent $65 with Facebook, and it gave me 4,642 views. Now, that's really good, and I mean, I'm using it to fill my work. And think about it this way, like let's say someone hires me one-on-one, I'll probably make, I don't know, at least $3,000. Over a period of months. So in other words, I'm spending money to get people to my event where there's a probability they may end up hiring me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in other words, that's a promoted post feature. This is actually an offer feature of Facebook that I've used very well in my own business. And Martha's going to talk about that afterwards. Now, this is just quickly, this is my blog over here. So I blog all the time. And Mark Finch is on the line too, the handsome man. There's Mark Finch at the top center left. And hello, Mark. And what it is that this is an example of my blog. So go to my website, excellenceabove.com.au, have a look around. You can sort of see the way I've done it. I put blog articles there, and then I share it through Facebook and all my other materials. Okay? So, went a little bit too far. And here's some proof. I just want to show you a bit of data. I took this screenshot, I think, a few days ago from my Google Analytics. But in the last month, I've had 1,556 visits to my website. So 564 from social media, that's mostly Facebook. 531, that's people typing in direct. Referral, that's like other little websites sending traffic my way, 252. And organic search, 209. And I'll tell you what, this is only 200-300 not that long ago. And it's not just Facebook that's done it. It's been a combination of all strategies, having a good website, doing blogs, and using Facebook. So in other words, what I mean is, it says 564 visits through social media. Mostly that's people reading my blogs that they find through Facebook. So imagine that I'm getting all this traffic to my website using Facebook in combination with other strategies. Now, I just want to point out, and Martha and I were saying this the other day, Facebook by itself is completely useless. What's your view on that comment?
Yeah, well, it's about the whole experience. So think about, people find you on Facebook, they see your post, maybe watch your video, click on your comments on it, share your post. That's one experience, but what you want to create a whole rounded experience. So you could be on Facebook, YouTube, networking, and some, websites, blogging. That's what we want to do. So Facebook on its own probably wouldn't work for most of us.
Exactly. In other words, Facebook, and this is a very crude, old world pre-internet metaphor I use. Imagine if you went to a radio station and you bought advertising space, but you put no ad through it. You just had 30 seconds of static instead of 30 seconds of an ad. Building likes on Facebook without putting out good content is a complete waste of money and time.
That's right.
So it's about content. It's about creating engaging content, and it's different for everyone. Everyone's in different businesses. Like, for example, mine's about me, going to events, my cats, and blogging. We'll pick on Mark Finch, who's a handsome man. Mark Finch is a martial arts mindset guy. And in his case, it might be photos of him doing martial arts classes. It might be, similar to me, it might be blogs that he's written. It might be motivational quotes. It might be his online products he's putting through the site. Marianne Barricade, who's on the line, who's an amazing blind woman, who's a motivational speaker, who's listening in quite well. She might very well use Facebook to actually put audio through there, talking about what she's doing and that type of thing. So yeah, there's heaps of different sort of characters online, and of course, always please get your questions through. We love questions, and the more questions is the better we can help you. Now, enough about me. It's Martha Arifin time, so let's give her a hand, everyone. Yay, Martha, it's all yours.
Okay. Now, I could just skip this slide very quickly, because the reason you're all here is you've already convinced that Facebook. Well, some of you probably aren't. But, Facebook is actually it's probably one of the major social media platforms available today. It might change in a couple of years' time, who knows, but at the moment it has 1.1 billion active members. And all these stats, I don't have to read it out for you. But 3/4 access it through a mobile device, which is quite stunning. The number is there. But Facebook pretty much changed the paradigm, our paradigm, like computers did in the 80s. So prior to computers, and suddenly there were computers which changed the way we do things and the way the businesses do things. So we don't embrace Facebook and other social media. I'm not just saying Facebook, but other social media. It's like, okay, I don't want to take on computers and, just see where we end up in a couple of years' time. Facebook CEO Sheryl Sandberg, a woman, which is, I totally respect Sheryl Sandberg. She is one of the corporate America's most successful women. Facebook CEO, just below the founder himself, Mark Zuckerberg. Social media jumpstart the whole economy in the US and all around the world. So Facebook's definitely the way to go. And your customers are already here. So Facebook is the most popular social media destination. We are looking at Instagram. Some of you have heard of Pinterest, which is very similar. Pinterest and Facebook, or Instagram and Facebook, they are working hand in hand. But Facebook is the most popular social media destination now. Your competitors might already be here. So if you're not engaging with your potential customers, they probably are already doing whatever needs to be done there. And it is easy to upload things, it's easy to maintain, to update a page, information, texts, videos, links, etc., etc. Now, what's unique about Facebook is its newsfeed. Now, news is basically the list of posts. So when you log in onto your Facebook page, you see, some of the post updates from the pages that you've liked, or from some of your friends. If you're logging in onto your personal page, that's called the newsfeed. It used to be called the wall post. Now, Facebook control what you see. To a certain degree, you can control what you can or cannot see by hiding some of the posts or blocking some of the posts, report them as spam. But pretty much Facebook has its own algorithm. It changes from time to time. Recently has made a complete, quite a huge amount of change. But the idea is you build your fan base, that's your number of likes, and then trying to reach them, because 96%, and that's how high the number is, they don't come back to your page after liking it. So let's say you create a campaign to increase the likes of your Facebook page. People click on the like button on your business page. Then from that point onwards, 96% of them don't usually come back to your business page. They actually see your post on their newsfeed. So this is why it is quite unique, and this is why you need a strategy to come up with, okay, what type of post, what time of the day, what day of the month, what, and et cetera, et cetera. Having set the newsfeed and Facebook algorithm just recently, and it is still rolling out, so some of you might not see this yet, still rolling out, is the new page design of Facebook. So you will get a complete makeover of your page. When I said your page is the business page, so not your personal Facebook page, it's called a page. So the new page design of Facebook is rolling out as we speak. Some of the page have opted to take on the new design, so I'm not sure if you can see that, but this is one of my friends in my Facebook group who, she runs a cyber active services to educate people about, protecting children online. She has opted in to take on the new Facebook page, so Facebook business page. Some of the interfaces have changed, so having, basically the idea of me saying this is you might see that whatever we say now, the concept works, but technicality and everything else, the details might change from time to time. If you, I think I'm just trying to, there you go. Next slide. If you have not got the new page design, you just need to wait. Like on my page here, on my business page, at the top of the actual profile image is the invite to join the waitlist. So see where the red arrow is? If you got that button, you can choose to opt in to join the waitlist, for this new design. But before you do that, read all about it. I have it on my post. So if you go to my Facebook page, there's a post about the advantages of having news page design and disadvantages. Some of the things actually moving around the way that you probably don't like it, especially if you're using a lot of apps because they're kind of hidden. But yeah, feel free to go to my Facebook page and have a read at the post of the new newsfeed page design. Now, another newsfeed change recently, I know this probably is a bit of an advanced discussion, but just last month, Facebook announced that when you, as a page, as a business page, when you tag another page, so let's say if I'm posting something on my Trusted Web Expert Facebook page and I tag the Awesome Marketing with Edward Zia business page, both of us will benefit from my post because the content might surface for both for followers of both pages. So on the screenshot here, one of the status updates that I put up probably a couple of days ago, I tagged Facebook pages. So the way you do it is you just have the little @ symbol in front of the name. So you're tagging it. Obviously, Facebook has an algorithm to check the relevancy between the party that posted and the relevant page.
And just where I'm just sort of jumping in to support Martha on that one now, what it pretty much is that Facebook changes all the time. And personally, I'm on Facebook a lot. And the reason why I'm on, a lot of people make fun of me for being on Facebook all the time, but I make money out of it. So that's why I'm on it all the time. And that's the point. And this sort of goes back to the original title of the webinar. When you work out how to use Facebook properly to suit your specific circumstances in your business, you can make a lot of money out of it. You can be paid to use Facebook. And for me, Facebook's outstanding. I'm crazy not to use it based on the amount of exposure and leads that have converted to paying clients I get, and also selling my online product as well. So things like what Martha's going into, some of it is quite advanced. It might be a little bit beyond this line. But what we encourage is beyond this webinar, take action really understanding Facebook, because my view is if you're not going to use Facebook, then just walk away. If you're going to use it, then work out how to use it really well so you can make tons of money out of it.
Thank you, Edward. Now, on this slide, the most common mistake is in Facebook. Now, Facebook definitely works. It works for some of the major brands, work for small business owners and anyone in between. The problem is not Facebook. The problem is the user not using it to its full potential. And all comes back to, the strategy and technicality, tactics, and so on and so forth. But number one here, if I might break it down, is because we don't have a plan. As with anything marketing, because the way I see it, Facebook is a marketing tool. You don't just log into Facebook and say, okay, I need to post something. So just the need to post something without any plan, it's like going to a meeting without, with no agenda, no goal. So you might, still be there, you might appear and you might, be present, but, at the end of the day, you really don't know whether or not it works. So you need to have a plan. The easiest way is to come up with a goal, okay? Taking it to a basic level, whether the goal is to increase the number of likes, or is it to drive sales, or just to build brand awareness. For some of the major brands, that's all they want to do on the website. They're not selling anything, just to build a brand. Or you want to increase visits to your website, and who is your target audience? Are you talking to your internal clients, your internal customers, or talking to people, like prospective clients? So you've got to really think about it. Before you even jump into Facebook and, try to put up posts, just think about who you're talking to. I came across this an article who talked about a persona. So you picture someone as if that's a real person. So, for example, a woman aged 36 years old who has a family with 2 kids and X amount of income. So you picture that person when you're posting your post, and that's actually worked quite a charm, that one. Do you have any idea on that, like comments on that, Edward?
Exactly, and we've got a question from Margaret we answer in a moment. One thing is that I think with Facebook is, you got to really know your audience and you got to work out which angle to take. Now, if you go through my Facebook page after this and go through Martha's, and you'll see what works for us. And a good way of working out what posts work is the number of likes. Now, likes is a measure of engagement, generally speaking. Now, everyone has their own style, so you might be a serious financial planner, or you might be a more eccentric marketing mentor like myself. So it really depends on your brand. It's real horses for courses. So, for example, Jerry Seinfeld and both Mercedes advertise through, I've seen them put stuff on Facebook. They're 2 totally different brands, but they're still here. So it's about working out your brand and getting the angle right to suit your medium. So, for example, Mercedes, for example, doing funny stuff, it wouldn't work. It's not their brand. They're a serious prestige sort of brand. But, let's say, what's the example? Xero, Xero, the accounting software, that's a bit of a quirky brand, so they can get away with it. Now, I've got a great question from Margaret. I'll answer it first, and Martha's going to have a shot at it. So, also Margaret Kitchen has asked, can you make Facebook work for you if you're just starting out and do not have the funds to take advantage of what is available? Absolutely. Now, with Facebook, I spend a lot on Facebook to make a lot of money out of it. But it's free to create a Facebook page, and you can invite your personal friends to like your Facebook page. So you need no money, actual cash money, to start a Facebook page. So absolutely. Of course, money does help, but there are plenty of people that have built amazing Facebook pages and communities that make them money without putting any money into it. What do you think of that one, Martha?
Yeah, Facebook, again, is just a platform. So you can have all sort of online or offline things happening which drives traffic to Facebook. Easiest way is to invite your friends, but also if you go out, go out networking, make sure that you have the URL of your Facebook on your business cards, on your flyers, on your email signature, and to get things started. And you can also run a very, very effective campaign without paying on Facebook. As a matter of fact, we did a competition, like a competition where, you can like, comments, or share to win whatever it is that you're offering. And you can easily go to 900 people without a cent paid to Facebook. And I've seen it done many, many times before. So, yes, it is very possible. Okay. Now,
thank you, Martha, for putting a photo of me on Facebook.
So content is king. When we come to content is you might want to think about, okay, well, obviously you know what you're doing, what you want to put out there, but if you're starting on Facebook and thinking, okay, what do I want to put out there? What you want to be is a thought leader in your area, so a person of authority. And you can start with a passion, something, that, really drives you. Because then if you do that, it's not so much of a burden, because it's more like a passion. It's something that you're expert in. So you can choose a topic, yeah? So, for example, if I'm doing Facebook marketing, I can, the topic could be Facebook marketing. It could be a bit more generic, like social media marketing or internet marketing or small business marketing, things like that. You pick a topic or a theme and then build a content around it. You can also guest blog on major sites and do others to blog on yours as well as part of the content, so you don't have to do the work yourself. Yeah, so...
And just a quick point on that one. When it comes to content, a lot of people on Facebook, and this is an issue, and I don't like this, and Facebook doesn't like it either, but what a lot of people do on Facebook is they just share stupid motivational images all the time. Now, what happened, I'm going to steal a bit of Martha's thunder, but about 6 months ago when Facebook did the massive update, Facebook are as annoyed as those stupid motivational images as we are.
That's right.
Because what was happening, everyone was jumping on Facebook and just sharing stupid motivational images. And now what Facebook likes is original content. So instead of you just sharing what, I don't know, 5 other coaches have shared, be true to yourself. And then you have the stupid pond in the background, whatever hippie stuff. You know, you got to create original content. There's not much, in my mind, unless you're helping out of a friend, there's not much merit in sharing other people's content. You need original content. What's your take on that one, Martha?
Yes, I think it was back in October, something around that. Facebook changed the whole algorithm because of that very reason, because there's not many quality posts put up on Facebook. So I think at the end of last year, because we've got to, let's just go back a little bit. We've got different types of posts on Facebook. So we've got, you know, just the status updates where you type in, but you don't upload any photos or videos, anything like that. So that's called a status updates, or like a text updates. That ranked quite good on Facebook, Facebook posts. Then you've got the, you also have a video update as well as the photo update. And then the third one is we have the link share. So there came a point where people just, you know, posted links from other people's page without any content to it, like their own comments and feedback. So the linked share has, you know, has dropped dramatically. And I think it still is. It depends on what it is you put out there, but still is. If you compare, you can try it on your own audience. If you put up like a text updates, which is a status updates with nothing else, or a photo, video updates, or link share, in average, the link share would reach the least amount of audience. That's probably because of that very reason.
Exactly, and we've got a great question from Callie, and I'll have a shot at answering first. And I was actually speaking to Callie early today. She emailed me saying, Edward, I got trouble with Facebook. And I said, Callie, come to our webinar tonight. And here you are, so welcome, Callie Wigley. But what Callie's asking, I'll just read out what she's saying. I recently sent out a mass email invitation to invite people to my business page and only received 3 responses. Is Facebook perhaps a wrong forum for my business then? And it's very interesting. That could be it, but I wouldn't throw out the baby with the bathwater just yet, Callie. The things you got to consider, and this is, I'm going to talk email marketing for the moment. It depends how big your database is, how well the email was written. You know, it also depends on things such as, you know, how often you email the database, how relevant the database is. So, in other words, even though in that case you sent out a mass email like your Facebook, it may have been nothing wrong with Facebook. There may have been a problem with the database or the email itself. So again, it's based on the information there. It's very hard to say whether it's Facebook or the email or both. And that's sort of part of it as well, because if you're just emailing people saying, like my Facebook page, that may not be the right way of doing it. You know, it's probably more connecting with people directly on Facebook and then liking it. But yeah, I'm not sure if I just send out a mass email asking people to like your business page, because again, if you've got their email address, don't get them to like your business page. Just start getting them to go straight to your website. And here's a big thing. I'm going to argue against Facebook at the moment. A lot of people get too hung up on, I know this is going to sound funny. I know this is a webinar on Facebook, but I'm going to argue against Facebook for the moment. A lot of people think, oh my God, I've got a Facebook page. I've got to send traffic there. Whoa. Wait a second. The whole point of Facebook, in my mind, is to get traffic, is to get your name known and get traffic to your website.
That's right.
So it's tail wagging the dog. My view is if I got someone's email address, I'm not going to send them to Facebook. I'm going to send them my website so they can buy my products or whatever. What's your take on that one, Martha?
Yes. Like we mentioned earlier, your website is the portal. It's like your shop, you know, your virtual shop. And everything else that you do, Facebook marketing, LinkedIn, YouTube, or offline marketing, if you put out an ad in a magazine somewhere, the point is to take them back to your shop. And then whatever you do on your shop, you know, like you paint it nicely or in order, you've got customers, you know, customer service in there. That's a totally different topic altogether. But yeah, Edward is right. So it's just a marketing tool. You want to point them back to your website.
Yeah, excellent. Now, Mark's aimed a question at me, and it's a very good question. So I'm spending about $500 a month on Facebook advertising. Now, Mark is asking, what kind of response are you getting for your $500 per month? That is, how many likes, potential conversions? I'll just tell the numbers straight out. It's costing me $2 to $3 per like.
Yep.
Okay. Now, the reason why you might think, oh my God, $2 to $3 per like, it might take 1,000 views of my ad to get 1 like, but the likes are very specific. So I've aimed a like at small business owners and people in networking. And that's a bit of a paid one, but think about paid Facebook advertising. You're not aiming it to 13-year-old females. you can direct it to 28-year-old small business owners. You can or male or female, even by postcode. So you can be very, not postcode, but suburb. You can be very specific. Now, so in other words, in justifying Mark the awesome accountant, look, you're probably about 200 likes a month, about maybe 150, 200 likes a month. Mm-hmm. And I probably get about 5 leads a month from Facebook. Now, 5 leads a month doesn't sound like much, but one of them usually converts into a $2 or $3 grand client. So the case is already there. So actual leads of saying, hi, Edward, I want to hire you, I'm getting about 1 a week. But again, one of them converts and that's several grand, so done. That's over the lifetime of the clients, generally speaking. But the interesting thing is, the thing I like about it, I get, as you saw on that data before, I'm getting about 600 visits to my website a month, which is just outstanding. And also I'm selling about 2 to 4 marketing bolts a month. So I'm selling about $200 to $400 worth of my online product. Only selling 2 to 4 a month. It's relatively new and I'm building it. But the other thing is, my Facebook page hits about 900 people a week. Okay, so from that point of view, I'm getting the money back, so it's not a problem for me. And this is the way to think about it, like all marketing spends. If you're spending $500 or whatever, the trick is, are you making more? Like, at the end of the day, I might ramp it up very soon to $1,000 a month because it's just outstanding. Yeah, and so you got to think for return on investment. Like, if you're spending $1,000 a month and making $5, then that's not spending. It's making $4,000 a month.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like, like if I'm asking you, okay, if you give me $100 and I'll give you $200 tomorrow, will you give me your money? And you'll just run around and try to make, just give me $100 because it will make you $200 or $500 or $1,000. So you've got to really track it, which is one of the slides is about tracking. If you're not tracking it, you're just wasting your money.
Yeah. And just so you know, I wasted, great photos of Martha, I wasted a bit of money for a while because I didn't quite get how to use Facebook to suit my business. So now just to clarify, I'm not saying that if you spend $500 a month now on like building, you're going to make several grand that month. Mm-hmm. Nothing may happen for several months, but as you sort of build your community and that way, maybe after 3 to 6 months of heavy work, it might start returning. Yeah. But again, you don't have to, my advice to people, if you're starting off on Facebook, don't spend any money yet.
Yes.
Especially, like, if you got heaps of money, please spend it. But if you don't, take it easy. Just use all the free strategies and start getting leads for nothing. And then when you feel comfortable, then start giving Facebook money.
Yep. Very good. Just to move forward, okay, this one here is a content, still on the content is you want to put out a mixture of both your business and personal, or some people are not comfortable with putting up their personal lives on social media. The younger audience, like now the generation, whatever is after Generation Y.
Generation Z.
They, like the entire lives on digital, like, when they're 80, they've got the entire life all recorded digitally, which is a bit scary for me, but, the mix of business and personal. Okay, you choose what you want to put out there, but this is my Instagram account. Like, I don't use this mainly for business. I do put up a bit of, stuff here and there linked to my Facebook account, but I use it mainly for my personal stuff. So Instagram, Pinterest, a bit of combination of both. Facebook personal page, yes, obviously personal stuff goes up there. But Facebook business page and LinkedIn are a little bit more business on a business genre there. But people would like to know about it, especially with small business owners, entrepreneurs. People really want to connect with you as a person. So a mixture of both business and personal. You can put up a picture of your cat too.
Exactly, and mine's full of cats. Now, we've got a great question for Greg Standen here. And Greg's bringing a great question. I've heard it said before that Facebook is not a sales tool and a lead generator, but more of a brand awareness builder. Thoughts? Now I'm going to sound like a cynical ex-corporate marketing manager here. But when it comes to if you're a big company, brand awareness is great. But when you're a small business owner, brand awareness, I think, is a bit meaningless because at the end of the day, it comes down to sales. Because if you're like me, I don't know, let's say you're billing $12,000 a month, which is roughly what I do these days, I don't want to spend $1,000 a month and not get it back. That would really anger me. So you really want to get the money back. Now, it depends on how you use it. Now, Facebook for me is a sales tool. It's a lead generator. And it also does brand awareness. So just to, I think, answer your question, Greg, it's not an either or. Lead generation, a lot of people think you either do brand awareness or lead generation. It's not an either or argument, it's an and. The trick is, how do you build brand awareness and get leads and make money out of it? Now, the reality is with my Facebook campaign, because I'm getting clients out of it that are hiring me, and I'm making more money than what I'm spending, I'm getting free. I'm actually making money out of brand awareness. So again, it comes down to the content. So if you're just putting up photos of your cat all the time, then that probably won't work. But if you're putting out photos of your cat and then linking it to your website selling products or your services, then you stand a shot at selling someone. So this is the whole content. Not all of it is, awesome Martha with a cute daughter singing on a microphone. Some of it is please buy my stuff.
Yes, yes. You don't have to. 80%. This is the number of a good rule of thumb is 80% of your content should be what we call community content, and 20% is about your product and services. So get people to know you. It's about building relationships. So at the end of the day, it is a sales tool, but it's not like quite a hard selling on Facebook. But yeah, it's a lead generator, it sells, and also brand awareness. With the brand awareness, obviously, you've got to look at the cover image, the profile image, and the way you upload images, whether or not it has your brand on it. Some people might do a better job than the others. If you have like a designer working on it, then you might probably come up with a better sort of like a brand pictures and images uploaded every time you upload posts into Facebook. But think about that, maybe same fonts throughout your marketing materials on Facebook and on website. That's a brand awareness on its own without having to spend tens of thousands of dollars. Which takes me to the next slide, which is about planning. But still on the point number 1 is you need to have a plan. So you can use editorial calendar. If you you just Google editorial calendar on Google, you come up with quite a free one. So you can come up with your own template too. What I usually do is I can download one and then just modify to my own requirements because everyone is different. So editorial calendar, for example, here in the snapshot, you can say, okay, Monday I put up 3 posts a day. You've got Facebook, what time of the day, you tweet, LinkedIn, and so on and so forth. But you get the idea. So basically columns and rows of content that you want to put up on Facebook. But it is very, very critical to have a calendar. Okay, this one here, I'm just going to go very, very quickly on this. You find a system that works for you and your audience, and you delegate. So that's my little one there, teaching her how to do Facebook stuff. No, just joking. But the delegation bit, we'll talk about it some of the time because there are many, many ways you can do that. You can create different accounts to manage your same Facebook page and so on and so forth.
And we've got a great question here from Greg. Thank you, Greg. How do you take, I'll sort of paraphrase what Greg is saying, how do you take business from Facebook offline to move from the sales, okay, what Greg's asking, or I'll phrase it differently, is if I get some business from Facebook, how do I then process it into a sale? And very straightforward, quite often people will just private message me saying they're interested in my services, and they might just give me their email address or a phone number, and then I just call them. So like anything, be it an email or a lead through Facebook, you just ring them up and call them and just go through the normal process. So, yeah, it's nothing too funny there. They might even just leave a comment saying, hi, Martha, I want a website. Can you email me? Done. And then you just go through the normal process.
Yeah, that's basically, usually it's about, 70-80% is they email me through Facebook, like private message me through Facebook, and then just follow that through, whatever your sales process is. Problem number 2 is we're not engaging. Now, content is the king and engagement is the queen, and the queen rules the house. So social media is all about being social. That's the keyword there. Like I said before, good rule of thumb is 80% of community content and 20% of your own stuff. So, asking for the sale. So you don't be afraid of asking for the sale because at the end of the day, we all want to make money, but we also need to provide value. So 20% of your stuff, that is your service and products. Engagement is the queen. You can engage them by asking them open questions. Not many people utilize this. Competition cover image updates, so update your cover image every now and then. And milestone updates. You can put up a milestone update and you get a new boyfriend, whatever it is, posting about it for 15 minutes. But, milestone update is actually very, very popular because people actually get notified a little bit more than other type of posts, and they can just engage with you there.
Yeah. And now Greg's asked another great question. How does a like turn into a sale? And that's exactly the point. In Facebook, a like does not turn into a sale. A like to, let's say, one of your posts, or let's say your Facebook business page, means that just someone is following you. So again, a like in itself is meaningless. It's about the content you put out to try and turn them into a sale. Hope that helps, Greg.
That is correct. Okay, so we've got to go through some of these slides here a bit quickly. It's 7:45 now.
Yeah, it's 7:45. We've had some great questions. So Martha's going to power through this. So please get more of your questions through and we'll finish up soon. So get your questions through and Martha, power through the rest.
Yeah. Engagement is queen still. Tag people in your post, as Edward demonstrated before. Tag people. When you take a picture of people, put the names, tag them on your post, so it will appear on their friends' wall post, so newsfeed as well. You can also have some of the, getting into a little bit of technique here, there's a pin to the top function on Facebook. This is on the page, not your profile, profile page, it's on your business page. There's a pin to the top, so if you hover over the little arrow on your post, you can pin an image to the top of your wall post. So I keep saying wall post, on your newsfeed. I'll come up with a little ribbon. That's another way to increase engagement as well. The engagement as well as the highlight. When you highlight, it becomes a double column. So if you look at it on the right-hand side there, if you highlight a post, then it will take, instead of a one column, it will take the entire column. So highlight a bit more like what we have there.
Exactly. And a quick question from Brendan Harrison. Great question. In regards to paying for Facebook advertising on Facebook, we won't have to run a set ad continuous or for a set period. Exactly. You can do a boosted post that can run over a few days, or you can do it continuously. So there's plenty of options there.
Yes. Now, scheduled posts is another one. You can use Hootsuite if you've heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, just check it out, Hootsuite, and I would recommend go to the Pro version. The other one that I could recommend is Buffer. Now, I don't use Buffer personally. I use Hootsuite, but Buffer, the interface is a little bit, it's nicer on Buffer. They're both paid. The Hootsuite comes with the free version as well. Basically, it's a tool that allows you to share content across different social media. So let's say Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Google+, your app, you just hit a one post, hit it, put it on Hootsuite or Buffer, and it will go to all the different social media. So definitely increase engagements there because they will come from a different platform. Number three mistake is you're not tracking. Again, going back to our discussion before, if you're not tracking, you're losing money. This one here is a bit of an advanced strategy tactic. It's a conversion pixel. But the good thing about this is you can measure, for example, if you're running a Facebook ad, a paying Facebook ad, you want to make sure that you get the best return of your investment. And one way to measure it is using conversion pixel. But you need your website designer or developer to work with this for you, with you in regards to this. What you need to do is run an ad. When they click on an ad, it goes to, let's say, your website. Buy something, they check out. When they go to that page, it has a code built into that page. So then Facebook will then get notified when they buy the product, and we'll check it against the number of likes and clicks and shares, and we'll give you, a stat for that. So that's one way of tracking it. Yeah. So make sure you track everything. That's just one point, but that's not the only one. So track everything. If it's just increase the like, track the likes. If it increases a visit to your page, to a website, track that on your website. Now we're getting to the last second slides here. So Facebook is not a marketing tool. Sorry, no, it's not. It's a marketing tool. But you don't make money from Facebook.
Yeah, we're all lying. Facebook's crap. So leave. Yeah, this is all a con job. We work for Facebook. Yeah. No.
So you don't make money from Facebook. As a matter of fact, you probably give Facebook money with your advertising campaigns and such. If you want to make money from Facebook, just go to account settings. You can see in there you've pressed deactivate your account and you go to work. So, but Facebook is about relationship building, and it gives you leverage because it's online 24/7, and that's the uniqueness of Facebook and any social media.
And I think it's very funny. And Paul Sheep's asked a great question. I'm just going to read it out. And Paul Sheep asked some beautiful questions. So what would you say about posting personal events on a business page versus a personal wall? And going through the question, Paul Sheep is basically talking about his family and different aspects of his personal life and what goes on the business page and what goes on the family page. And, I mean, the old cliche is how long is a piece of string? I think it really is quite personal and depends on a range of factors. It depends on the appropriateness of the content. It depends on what you're personally comfortable with. It depends on the nature of your business. So, for example, I'm a marketing mentor who does all sorts of crazy stuff all around Sydney. And my pretty much I don't have much of a personal life. All I do is just work all the time, and I love it. You know, so for me it's the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. But let's say in Martha's case, Martha uses her awesome daughter Emma as a Facebook marketing device.
Yeah, which is another conversation altogether, posting your daughter on Facebook, but
yeah,
yes.
Exactly. And my cat, yeah, obviously my cats are a business asset that I use on Facebook. And look, I've got no straight answer for that, but look, to give you some more guidance on that one, if you're not comfortable about sharing that with the world, then don't, okay? So imagine whatever you're sharing on Facebook is like putting out in the newspaper. If something's private to you, don't share it. The world doesn't need to know. Share what's appropriate to suit your market and what's going on.
Yes, yes. So if you don't want it to be, like, if it's something that you need to keep to yourself, or if you don't want it to go around, don't put it anywhere on social media, anywhere, even to your friends, you know, like closest friends, because you don't know where it's going to end up. So if you're not comfortable, don't put it up there. It also depends, like in my case, for example, people, you know, engage in my service because they have a relationship with me. They have, you know, they know about me, they know my style, my character, and because they like me, they buy my service. Like you can get any website done from, you know, somewhere for $200-300, but you know, if you sell your service, you sell yourself. At the end of the day, it depends on how comfortable it is for you to put up personal stuff on your page.
Exactly, and Paul just clarifying his question is differing between the personal page. Okay, so I get what Paul's saying. So Paul's saying, what do you put on your personal timeline and your business page? Again, there's no answer to that, but what I can say is you shouldn't really put business stuff on your personal page. It's not built for that, and technically Facebook doesn't like it. Okay,
Yes.
so more business stuff on your business page and personal stuff on your personal page. Now, what happens is, you know, obviously, especially as small business owners and entrepreneurs, there is a blur between that, and it's more the debate of where that blur sits, you know, what sits in the middle and that sort of thing.
That's right. Okay, so this is I believe this is our last slide. With social media and Facebook specifically, your strategy is very critical. So going back to your drawing board, make sure you've got a strategy. What is your goal? What's the theme? Then the technique comes second. Okay, how do I do this? When do you need to post it? What time of the day, etc., etc. What type of ad and budget and everything else. So that's the technique and the skills. But on and all, Facebook and social media shorten what I call the acquaintance time compared to traditional marketing. So instead of, you know, us taking, you know, about a year or 6 months to a year, it's now shortened to about maybe 2-3 months before someone actually buys a product or service. In my case, you know, that's very practical. Yeah, so in summary, that's how we make money in Facebook. We shorten the time, the selling time, or whatever you call that in market terms.
Yeah, so what Martha's talking about, this is an important concept, is the sales cycle. So let's say on your current marketing activity, it's going to take 12 months before someone hires you or buys your product. With good marketing, you might shorten that to 3 months. Now, Martha's going to answer this question really quickly for Brendan because we are out of time. But are there good plugins to use your Facebook page? I just noticed a couple there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what you're asking there, Brendan. With plugins on Facebook page, again, Facebook likes to do its own thing. I wouldn't worry too much about them, but I think what you're more asking is what are the programs outside of Facebook? Again, Hootsuite's a great way of sharing content. So I hope that's good. And look, we're out of time, pretty much. And just doing a quick promotion, we've got the Awesome Business Bootcamp coming up. So Saturday, 5th of April, 2014, it's awesomebootcamp.com.au, and we'd love to see it. It's a full-day free sales and marketing workshop. And that brings us to the end. We've had so many good questions. We're out of time. Anything else you want to say right now, Martha?
Yeah, just if you get overwhelmed, don't be. Like it's it's a normal situation when you first get to Facebook. It's like a whole, what do I do now? What do I do? But just go to your planning board. Think about what you want to achieve. Increase likes, visit, blah blah blah. Put a goal around and have a goal and have content all around it. Schedule it. Have your calendar, schedule it, and do one step at a time. And try not to tackle too much.
Exactly. And look, that's pretty much it. We're over time because you've been an amazing audience. You've asked some great questions. And here's the quick sell job. We've got an offer that's going for the next 47 seconds, do we? No, we don't. I just made that up. No, we've got no offers. But look, but seriously, if you want to chat to any of us on the house, if you want to talk to Martha Arifin, Martha's the website girl, and she's great with detail and Facebook and the technical side. There's Martha's detail there. Go to our website at trustedwebexpert.com.au. And if you want to speak to me from a mentoring strategy, small business marketing, entrepreneur point of view, visit my website at excellenceabove.com.au or message me. And look, that's pretty much it. Just let us know if you're interested. Just contact us anytime if you want to have a chat about what we can do to help you. Be it you need a website or some mentoring or a bit of help on Facebook, we're here. So we got to go because we're out of time, and thank you for the great feedback, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, for tuning in with us this afternoon.
Yeah, and we've gone over time, and we love it, so stay tuned for the recording to come out. And this is, thank you, guys. We're getting all the great thanks. This is Edwards here, Small Business Marketing Mentor, and Martha Arifin.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you, guys. She does websites. See you. Bye, everyone.